Brigadier General Ngarava's generation did not choose war out of ambition. They were driven by passion and zeal to liberate the people of Zimbabwe. They confronted land dispossession, economic exclusion, and the systematic denial of social and economic dignity. From the perspective of the comrades, both the living and the departed, to liberate Zimbabwe was not an option, but an obligation. And therefore, we signed a covenant in blood, and that shall remain forever. It was a life of sacrifice, resilience, discipline, and commitment. Independence was therefore purchased at a high cost. Nguva yehondo yaive yekuzvipira, yaive nguva yekuzviramba, sekutaura kwakaita mambo wedu Jesu Kristu muna Mateo 26 verses 39. Achiti, oh baba vangu, kana zvichibvira mukombe uyu ngaupfuure, asi zvisava sekuda kwangu, asi sekuda kwenyu. Izvi zvaisangana nevarwi vehondo. Yaiva nguva yekurwadziwa, yekuzvipira, yekufa nekurarama panguva imwe chete. As a result of that commitment, many never returned. Those who did returned transformed, bound forever by the mission of safeguarding the nation they had liberated. They returned to bear witness of the sacrifices of countless men and women who paid the supreme price for the liberation of Zimbabwe. Lest we forget. During the ceasefire, the late general officer went to the Zan assembly point, which was exactly within the same area that he operated in. After 1980 general elections and the independence celebrations, Brigadier General retired Ngarava was transferred to Tongogara camp in the Mid-Rusabi under Operation Seed, where he briefly stayed before joining the Zimbabwe National Army. He was attested into the Zimbabwe National Army on 16 February 1981 as a sergeant under the Zimbabwe Army Education Corps. This was at independence, this was our biggest corps, our biggest unit, because most of the comrades that had gone to the war had left their education midway. And therefore, it was then taken by our founding father, President Mugabe, that everyone must go to school. And therefore, the biggest corps in the Zimbabwe National Army at independence was the Education Corps, to make sure that everyone had to receive the required education. Due to his exceptional performance and commitment to duty, he was selected to attend the Basic Officers Course in 1982 and was commissioned lieutenant. He had an illustrious military career in the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, which saw him undertaking military career courses, the most notable ones being adult education and administration, as well as the junior staff course and joint command and staff course. In addition to those military career courses, the late brigadier also pursued and attained non-military qualifications, which include the following: the Middle Management Development Program Certificate in Performance Management with the Zimbabwe Institute of Public Administration and Management, Diploma in Managerial Principles with the London Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Bachelor of Technology Honours degree with the University of Zimbabwe, Masters of Business Administration with the University of Science and Technology. The late departed senior officer held several military appointments in the fields of army education and defense logistics. His reliability, professionalism, and dedication to duty saw him rising through the ranks from sergeant in 1981 to colonel in 2020. Due to his unquestionable loyalty, patriotism, discipline, and dedication to duty during his service, His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, promoted him to the rank of Brigadier General upon his retirement in August 2023. As a result of hard work, selflessness, continued dedication, and exemplary service to the nation, the late General was awarded the following medals: Liberation Medal, Independence of Zimbabwe Medal, 10 Years Service Medal, Long and Exemplary Service Medal, Mozambique Campaign Medal, DRC Campaign Medal, Grand Officer of the Zimbabwe Order of Merit. The late Brigadier General Ngarava is survived by 2 wives, namely Winnet Ngarava and Loveness Ngarava, 5 children, namely Tusk, Tsitsi, Emmanuel, Shepherd, and Nyasha, and 7 grandchildren. We say condolences to you. Fellow mourners, as we lay to rest our commanders one by one, let us not forget it is through their selfless and consistent sacrifices and dedication to duty that Zimbabwe attained its independence as a sovereign state. The liberation struggle was not waged so that a few could prosper while many remain in abject poverty. It was fought so that every Zimbabwean could walk in dignity, and economically empowered. Our duty is not to merely honor their memory, it is to implement their vision through ethical leadership, clean governance, unity of purpose, and economic transformation. Brigadier General Ngarava's participation in the peace campaigns in Mozambique and Democratic Republic of Congo was anchored in a clear strategic objective: the restoration of political stability and the unlocking of sustainable economic growth in those countries. Therefore, his enduring aspiration was to see that same stability, prosperity, and national cohesion firmly established in his own country, not as an abstract ideal, but as a lived reality for every citizen. The true measure of our respect for Brigadier General Ngarava and all other departed comrades will not be found in today's ceremony, but in the quality of the Zimbabwe that we will leave behind. What legacy are we creating? One of sacrifice, patriotic service, and national purpose, or one of plunder? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to take note of significant progress under National Development Strategy 1 and NDS 1 as we transition into National Development Strategy 2, starting now. Zimbabwe stands poised for accelerated growth, provided we entrench ethical leadership at all levels, defeat corruption, and uphold a whole-of-government approach, realizing our vision of becoming an upper-middle-income society by 2030 hinges on our collective commitment to ethical behavior and the rejection of selfish and enrichment practices. Our focus must be on industrialization, value addition, and inclusive growth. We must remain steadfast in our efforts to transform the economy, generate quality jobs, and enhance livelihoods of our citizens. In this moment of reflection, let us channel our grief into the renewed commitment to our country, fostering the spirit of unity that Brigadier General Ngarava so vehemently championed. Together we can ensure that his legacy lives on as we strive to build a stronger and more harmonious Zimbabwe.